Hey everyone, today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on how the game The Outer Wilds connects to the scientific method and how playing it deepened my appreciation for our discovery in science. Outer Wilds is an exploration based game where we play as an alien astronaut unraveling the mysteries of the game's solar system. Additionally, we're also trapped in a time death loop, meaning that it's a game about curiosity, experimentation, and piecing together knowledge scattered across the game's universe, which are core elements of the scientific method. The way I'm going to structure the following video is we're going to go over how this game connects to the scientific method, and then towards the end of the video, I'm going to share my thoughts on this game. So now let's dive into what the scientific method is. The scientific method is a way of thinking in order to acquire knowledge. The scientific method involves several key steps. First is asking a question, then forming a hypothesis, then conducting an experiment or observations, then we analyze the results of said experiments or our observations, then we draw conclusions from our results, and we can revisit our hypothesis if needed, if it needs to be tweaked, or if we understand that our hypothesis is wrong. Now that we understand what the scientific method is, let's go ahead and apply it to the game The Outer Wilds. First, let's start off with an observation. Early in the game, you might notice that the quantum moon behaves strangely. It appears and disappears when you look away. This sparks a question. Why does the moon act this way? In science, observation is the first step towards understanding. Here, the game encourages us to stop, notice some patterns, and ask questions about why things are the way they are. After observing the quantum moon, we might hypothesize that its behavior is connected to quantum rules, like what we learned early in the semester, how particles in our universe behave differently when observed. This shows how scientists can form educated guesses based on prior knowledge or intuition, which leads us to set up experiments to test our ideas or their ideas. Or in the following clip where I test to see if the sun actually does hurt. So to test our hypothesis, we might try looking away from the quantum moon and then looking back. We might also try to land on it, use our probe, and observe how it moves between celestial bodies. Each attempt can reveal something new. In Outer Wilds, failure is part of the process. Dying is part of the process, which is pretty much kind of the whole point of the game. Maybe our first few experiments don't work and it results in us dying, losing like hours and hours of progress, but that's just how we refine our understanding, just like in real life science. On Steam, I have around 10 hours into the game, so I'm not done with the game yet. But one of the best things about this game is being able to piece together the results of my many deaths and my many voyages across the game's universe. Whether it's understanding the bramble bush looking plants or figuring out why the sun station failed, analysis is crucial to progressing. Like in real life, analysis in Outer Wilds involves connecting the dots between, like a planet across the solar system to back to our own planet in the game to form a narrative. Eventually, our many experiments, deaths, and voyages across the galaxy will lead us to conclusions about the Nomai civilization, the death loop, and the impending supernova in the Outer Wild universe. These answers were always there. We just had to take our time to uncover them and piece it together step by step. So you haven't played The Outer Wilds yet, I highly recommend it. Please buy it or pirate it. Doesn't really matter, but it's just a phenomenal game. To me, it felt more like a game, but more so an experience and a journey across the universe of The Outer Wilds. Coming into the game, I thought it was gonna be pretty boring because it's not usually my flavor of games. But when I bought it the first day, downloaded it and played it, I was just sucked in for like the rest of the day. It's an amazing game, and I have nothing but praise for it. So whether it be learning how to fly and crashing your ship a few million times, or learning that there's giant space sea angler fish in like this thorny, bushy area and getting jump scared and screaming, or dying to like some weird ice jellyfish or getting sucked into the sun. What's amazing about this game is that every step of the way is a learning process. Every part of this game is a learning process. Every part of this game connects to the scientific method in some way. And it all, the more you learn, the more questions you have, and the more you want to explore, which makes this game just amazing. Anyways, thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.